Vilas, and every resident in this community to do better. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Denny. Mr. City Manager?
I understand we are currently responding to complaints using our existing processes and forms, but happy to, based on your feedback, happy to review those and give you an update in the next 30 days.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, Councilor Chambers?
I do have a question. Do we have a compliance, ADA compliance officer, I guess, that handles reasonable accommodations and things of that nature?
I think we have people in departments who have been reacting to ADA issues. But it's what Mr. Denny's talking about is something that we've had meetings on, and short answer is no. I don't think we have one person who's responsible for ensuring ADA compliance throughout all of our buildings. So that is something that we're working on, hope to get taken care of, and that way they'll kind of work out through some of the other individuals that are helping to handle that through the individual departments.
Yeah, that's what we probably need to maybe identify somebody in safety or human resources to make sure that we're, visiting facilities. Of course, we don't want to undue hardship, but at least make sure that we have, reasonable accommodations in place for our constituents as well as employees.
And it's taken too long. We've got some issues with the new city hall that predated our arrival there that we're working on to try to make sure that the access for the public is easier for them to negotiate. For example, we've got an opportunity to enter off of Broadway, and then you've got one that is under the garage, but that's card accessed only. So we've got some areas that we're aware of, and we've got to get them fixed.
Thank you.
Councilor Davis.
Yeah, Mayor, we do have a department that's responsible for compliance, and that'd be Special Enforcement Codes Inspections. That's what they do both in the private sector and the government. That's their responsibility to make sure everything is ADA compliant.
Councilor Tucker.
Yes, on June 16th, I had sent the email in regards, and I need to send it to you now, Mr. City Manager, but asking about the ADA requirements, especially, I remember sitting next to your dad, and he had a lot of hearing, difficulties. And one of the questions that was asked was about both closed captions during our meetings and also providing those instructions for individuals who might be of age that don't know how to do the closed captions, but being able to help with hearing impaired and different things. And I get what our HR subject matter expert is going, because in other, especially working on Fort Benning and in the military, that person resides in HR. And we are missing that element of having that ADA compliance officer. That I know that's what where you're going, but if we could look at some of the things that you mentioned and that has been mentioned before in the prior, because a lot of times these individuals watching the meetings or in here and they can't hear. And it was just a simple closed caption where people can read what's being said. So, but I will send this to you, City Manager, what I had sent on. You got that one? Okay, thank you.
Mr. Denny, thank you, ma'am.
Thank y'all.
All right.